all right. Welcome to another edition of yours truly, Punch and Flow. And it is always with your darling boy, Young Barrister. This particular edition is see at the web fugu. This one will be small fugu or whatever. And I am specially clothed by Glamour Palace. They deal with, authentic, original Ghanaian made fugu from the north. You understand? Any one way they want. They got you covered. Look at me. You see me? All from the north. Understand this is authentic. If you want them, please, you can leave your number under this particular video. I would get in touch with you and make sure you get whatever you need. There are fugu or smoke for kids, ladies, any type of human being that you are, whether you are ugly, you are beautiful, you are handsome, there is a particular fugu for you. You understand? And now this particular segment, I decided to wear fugu because I have on set a nurse. Not just a nurse, not a home economics nurse, not roadside nurse. This is a degree nurse. And it's a particular segment that I call You and Your Health. And I'm here with a lady that you don't know, but I know. You understand? I know. Come with me. Yes, and the name is
Naa Agmor Shieley.
Naa Agmor Shieley, right?
Naa Agmor Shieley.
Naa Agmor Shieley. The name is so sweet. When you watch those videos from those African countries and they are click speakers of what's your name? That's what I have on set. All right, so now you are a nurse.
Yeah.
Why are you in white? And I know nurses wear green, but you are wearing white.
Yes, so we have ranks in nursing.
Hey,
yeah.
You don't mean it. Nurses do they have rank?
Yes, we have.
Just for you to use that, what do you call it, strings or how do you call it?
The syringe.
The syringe. The syringe. Is it different from Siri?
Siri.
Yeah.
Siri is different from syringe.
What is the difference? I don't know. I know I've been hearing Siri and syringe.
Syringe is panier.
It's panier.
Yeah.
And then which one is the Siri?
I think Siri is the apple whatsoever.
Ah, all right. So you have ranks in the nurses. You have ranks. Yeah. So you are a senior nurse?
I'm a nursing officer.
As in you are a military nurse. So.
No, I'm a nursing officer. We have ranks and I'm a nursing officer.
Wow. So those who wear the green, they are the one who, usually, who are they? Are they the junior nurses?
We have diploma nurses. They wear the green with the green neck. Sorry, the white neck. And then those who wear green with the green neck are health assistant clinicals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And the brown ones are
brown is
community.
Yeah, community.
Oh, so nurses
and then when you see a nurse with one band, the green, white, one band, the person is in first year, and then two band, second year, and then three. When the bands are three, the person is in the third year. When the person completes, the person gets a full band.
Hey, this is educational. Some of you don't know the nurses. So when you go to the hospital, no matter how serious your sickness is or your illness is, be watching the nurse.
Oh, please.
Yeah, if it is one, look at it.
Some of them are there for clinicals. Clinicals, they come to learn and all that. So allow them to work on you.
So nurses, how about the SHS ones? Who are they?
SHS, we have SHS nurses.
Oh, all right.
Like when you complete SHS and then you go to the nursing school.
Yeah.
So depending on what you are going to do, maybe midwifery, general nursing, health assistant, clinical, depends. And then some people are diploma nurses, they wear green. But after 3 years, like let's say they'll be advanced and then they will go to nursing officers.
Wow.
But some go straight to school, do the 4 years degree, and they come out as nursing officers.
Okay. So just because you want to go and be helping doctors, you have to go through all these processes. The nurses, you are just there, I need para, you give it to the patient. Is that not what you do?
Who told you that?
I know nurses, that's what you do,
A lot of things.
Aside helping the doctor to attend to the patient, is there any other thing? Because some of the hospitals you go and the nurse is just sitting down watching you.
Sometimes there are no doctors. Nurses step in for everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Like they diagnose,
The doctor just writes. We go to the field to do everything.
Do you prescribe?
Yeah, I do.
You prescribe medicine? Yeah. There is this, let me take you before we come to
the... a nurse. I have, I'm a farm tech as well.
Farm tech, meaning you are a pharmacy technician.
And then I did paramedic as well.
As in nurses who run?
No, a paramedic, it's those people who work with ambulance, take care of emergencies before transporting them to them.
Okay. Yeah. So sometimes you sleep in the ambulance?
Yeah. Wow. I did all those things.
Yeah, so I was asking you if you prescribe, and you said you do that. There's this incident that happened in Kumasi or Konfanachi. I heard that a nurse, gave a wrong dosage to one boy, and the boy unfortunately couldn't make it.
Okay, but on the real, nurses are not supposed to prescribe.
Okay.
Yes, the doctors have to prescribe. I prescribe because I'm a pharmacist.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so I have knowledge on that side.
But do you also know that some of the nurses are bumper?
I know.
All right. But one thing I know about nurses is that they are very sweet. That word is off-common.
And caring.
They are very sweet.
Romantic.
They are very sweet. In terms of the sweetness, I'm not talking about the other one. I'm talking about that one that they are very, very sweet. I learned nurses are very, very sweet.
We take care of ourselves.
They are very, very sweet. There is this thing that I want you to also share your view before we come to the substantive matter. They say it's dangerous to give bleach. They say it is dangerous and it is unhealthy.
Okay, so
oral sex that is what I mean. Oral sex.
What it is.
It is dangerous, right?
But then I think you should know whom you are dating. If the person is clean, why not? You are good to go.
You are good to.
Yeah.
You are good to.
You are good to go. That is why you should know whom you are dating.
Who you are dating. Yeah. But so will you recommend it for your patient?
Yeah, I love it, so why not?
Before you blow, you need a job. Okay? Before you blow, you need a job. And that job is a nice job.
I exercise. You're just exercising your job.
So, because the reason why I'm asking is that there were some wrong informations on the internet that no, oral sex is unhealthy, it gives cancer. And I saw your post and you're like, no, you shouldn't do that.
So you should know who you are dating. As I said, some people are not clean, some people are not.
When you say clean, what does that mean? Like you don't, as a man, you don't wash the place well or something?
Yeah, but you should keep the place clean. You should wash, you should shave and all that.
All right.
Once in a while, use lime. Factory
keke oba bema opese oji job ni bia odi factory
pants na my good sense.
Right. All right. And those of you who are guys, okay, watching this, okay, when him say hobo one koto air fresher. Why? Air fresher no, it's not expensive to be odi fashion box odi fashion ho. Onye mi pe next ni say, "Hey, daddy me mama job. Now I blow." And no, obi ape me pesa de. Uchi me na odi me ndene mempe. Magio, my like mouth. Understand? But that's not what we are discussing today. Today, I want us to discuss something, and it is about blood sugar. Most of us don't really concentrate on that particular, health issue. We are more concerned about, STI and other things. But there are others that are as important as the others. So on this particular edition, I have my sister, so that we delve more into the importance of blood sugar, the implications, and how we can manage it, because it is really killing a lot of people. I had a young lady who died of that disease, and I think that it is appropriate we educate our viewers on how they can maintain their blood sugar level and how they can also, manage the situation if they in case get it. So yes, welcome on the edition. So the first question I want to ask you is, what is blood sugar?
Okay, so blood sugar is blood glucose. So it's the amount of sugar in our bloodstream.
The amount of sugar. Yeah. If you say the amount of sugar, does it mean that the sugar that I take, naturally I have sugar in my blood?
Yeah.
Naturally?
Yeah.
Well, but I didn't eat sugar cane in my mother's. So how did I get blood sugar?
So we have something in our system called insulin. Yeah, so that regulates the amount of sugar in our system.
So how come naturally? So okay, fine. Naturally, do I have salt in my system?
Naturally, you do.
I do have salt. So
that is why when you take too much of it, you get hypertension.
okay, so if you get all right. So blood sugar level, you said you have, or we have something called insulin that regulates. What is the real role of the insulin? Because I keep hearing people insulin, the person's insulin is not working. They injected the person with insulin.
Yeah,
What is that?
The insulin, as I said, it regulates the blood sugar in our system. So when the insulin is low, it has its consequences, and then when it's high, it has its consequences as well.
The insulin, is it a cell or is it an organ?
It's a hormone. It's a hormone, yeah.
Okay, so you need a certain amount of insulin in your body. So at what point do I say, okay, my sugar level is okay?
All right, so we have something we call FBS, that is fasting blood sugar, and then we have
take it again, FBS.
Fasting blood sugar.
Fasting blood sugar.
And then we have random blood sugar.
Okay.
That is the chicken.
Okay.
So the fasting, as the name goes, you've not eaten. Let's say you're up from bed, you're hungry stomach, right? You've not eaten, and then you check. When you check, and then the figures are around 4 to 7, yeah, okay.
4 to 7.
Yeah, 6 or 6.9. You are good. And then for the random, it should be from 6.9 or 7 to 11 or 10.9. When it's 11, we have something we call pre-diabetes. So with the pre-diabetes, for that, it's not too high for you to be diagnosed as a diabetic patient.
That comes to the next question. At what point will I be declared a diabetic patient?
Okay, so as I mentioned the figures, we have types of diabetes, and then if your fasting blood sugar exceeds the 7, you can be diagnosed a diabetic patient. And then for the random, if it exceeds 11, so from 11.1, you can be diagnosed. But before a person is diagnosed as a diabetic patient, we have something we call blood glucose. Sorry, let me come again. Before a person is diagnosed as a diabetic patient, we have something we call glucose profile. So the health practitioner will give it to you. You go home, and then like 1 week, you would have to check your fasting and then your random morning and evening. Like say 1 week, you bring the figures back to the doctor. The doctor goes through it. If it's still high, then you have to be managing medications.
Oh. So you said that
just for one, you check the thing is high, you just diagnose the person as diabetic. No.
It's never done that way. I was also thinking that since it's a sugar level thing, sugar thing, does it also come in as I continue to consume sugar or sugary food?
Well, as I said, we already have glucose in our body system. So, no. And then I think you did a little bit of science. Carbohydrates. When you take those carbohydrate meals, then you put that as what? Glucose. Yeah. So we already have sugar in our system. So it's not the added sugar, but then the higher of the glucose in your system.
I listened to what she said. I hope you heard it. She was asking me if I did some hypocarbohydrate or whatever, carbon dioxide. What?
Science.
Oh. My science teacher, are you watching? I didn't do science in school. I did literature. My class, there was no science teacher because they were on strike. So whatever you said, I don't understand. But it is, a lot of people have been saying that don't take sugar because the more you take sugar, you're going to get diabetes. You're going to get diabetes and a whole lot of things. So does it mean that I have to stop taking sugar?
At some point, when your blood glucose is low, you need sugar. They actually need to give you sugar at that point.
So it gets to a point where it goes low.
Yes. When it's below 3, we call it hypoglycemia.
Hypoglycemia. This one we need analysis.
When it's low.
It gets so low.
Yeah.
Is it for somebody who doesn't eat sugar, or is somebody who has a lot of insulin that is regulating the sugar factor?
On the insulin.
That's when it gets low.
Yes. Or you've not eaten. Anybody at all can go hypo.
Okay, let's make this, and I love it because it is very, very educative and it is health. It borders on us. When you say the insulin's purpose is to regulate the sugar level in the blood, and there is an attack on the insulin, you understand?
Yeah.
At what point will that attack probably make it rise or decrease it?
So that comes to the types of diabetes.
Oh, okay.
We have type 1 diabetes, we have type 2 diabetes, we have why is smiling?
I'm shocked because even sickness
We
have
have
types.
neonatal diabetes, secondary diabetes. We have a lot of diabetes.
Do you have primary diabetes?
No.
We don't have primary. But we have secondary. Those of you going to secondary school, they will get diabetes. Oh.
So the type 1 is when there's an attack.
On the insulin.
Yeah. So those ones are mostly in children.
Children also get diabetes.
Yes. Those are mostly in children. The type 2 is from 45 and above. And then the neonatal is from 6 months, like from birth till 6 months.
So an innocent boy that has been born today at Kolego could get diabetes from 0 to 6 months.
Yeah.
Is it because the person is not having insulin or what?
Well,
or the child, not even the person, the child.
Yes.
This is serious. Now, if you say so, is it because the mother during pregnancy, took a lot of sugar?
No.
Because I know, for instance, the little knowledge I have in science, yes, I know that, during pregnancy, the child feeds from the mother, isn't it?
Yeah.
So whatever sugar the mother is consuming, that baby is also likely to consume that sugar. Is that not?
Yes.
So obviously that would be the result.
We have genetics.
Genetics, I don't understand that one.
You don't understand. So let's say from your family, your dad had diabetes.
He didn't get it.
I'm just using as an example.
No, don't use my father. Sir.
Okay, so let's say.
Say your father.
No, not me. So let's say your grandmom, your mom, or your dad had.
No, my great parents.
So there's a chance you can also do what?
No, I will not get it.
Okay.
So it means that it gets to a point where it is genetic.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I'm enjoying this because the truth of the matter is that I'm actually inspired by a young lady. I think she was 22, 23. We lost her to diabetes. And I thought that it is actually right and appropriate for us to discuss that so that those of us who are now growing, because disease no longer know age. There are a lot of people who think that you would have to reach a certain age before you get some diseases. These days, as little as 9 years old boy or girl could also get stroke. So it is also important for us to also check our sugar level. That is why I have here on my sister Naa Agmor Shieley to talk about diabetes.
So we have the gestational diabetes.
Yes, coming back to that. I learned that people or ladies who get pregnant could also get diabetes.
So that's the gestational diabetes. So sometimes the hormones. Some automatically are okay after childbirth, but some live with it for the rest of their lives, and they would have to always take drugs for it.
They would have to take.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible to control the gestational diabetes? Because
you can control it by taking medications.
Is it curable?
That's what I said. Sometimes after you deliver, automatically it goes without you even not taking like anything. And sometimes it stays with you forever. It's 50-50.
Is it also the same sickness where when you get a cut, it is unable to heal?
Yeah. Those who have diabetes, it's very difficult for them to heal from wounds.
And I also heard that it is also risky for somebody who is diabetic, ladies, to get pregnant.
Oh.
Because they usually get complications. Is it true?
Yes, they do. But then they would have to be on medications. And I know a couple of.
Looking at you as a nurse, how do you deal with a diabetic patient?
Okay, so let's say on the field, if someone comes in with a high diet, we have ways of managing them. We have our Betis regimen, and then we have the sliding scale when the person is in the ward. So if the figure is above 18, we start with the Albertus regimen. For that, you give the person insulin subcut. You give the person injection here, and then the IV. You give 10. We have units, we measure them. So you give 10 international units subcut, 10 international units IV, and then you make sure you check the person's urine ketones. After that, you run normal, we call something normal saline, drip. We have names for it. And then you give the person normal saline to hydrate the person. And then you check it every 1 hour. So the person's random blood sugar comes to 13. When it comes to 13, then you go to our sliding scale. So the sliding scale, you would have to check the person's sugar every 4 hours.
All right. Now, this is Adjoa Mansan. Adjoa Mansan is a naive and primitive lady. She doesn't know anything. She doesn't like going to hospital. Okay. She prefers herbal medicines anytime she feels sick. Okay. As a nurse, walking on the street of Accra, if you chance on Adjoa Mansan, can you determine or can you tell that Adjoa Mansan is having diabetes?
Okay, let's say I find her restless, sweating, disoriented. I can easily say, okay, let me check the person's sugar. You check, it can either give you low or high. When it's low on the street, there's nothing I can do there as a nurse, like giving this kind of injection. So I have to first get something, a drink that's the sugar in for the person to take it immediately. If if it's low. You get me?
So it means that when you are low,
yeah, you need sugar at that point. You can give the person Fanta, anything sugary.
Are you
a little bit
now?
of sugar on a person's tank.
Why people also say that the more you take in these sugary drinks, the more you are calling for diabetes?
That is why I said, when you check and it's very low, the body needs the sugar for energy.
Oh, okay.
Yes, the body needs an amount of sugar on the system for energy. Sometimes you'll be jumping, all of a sudden you'll be feeling dizzy. Then you take in a little bit of Fanta or something, then you know, Charlie, I'm okay now. So your body, at that point, your body needs a little bit of sugar.
What is the recommended amount of sugar you need to take daily so that you can also check your blood sugar level?
Well, for that, I think the only way you can detect that is checking your sugar level. So when you check and it's low, you should know what to do.
You also know that there are people who, naturally they are scared to check some of these things. Yeah, they feel like, oh, I'm going to check my sugar level. What if they tell me that my sugar is low? That also comes with, high blood pressure because the person is, panicking, anxious, eager, scared, whatever adjective it is. People like that, how do you also convince them?
So you would have to let them know the benefits of the number of sugar in their system, and then I think everybody should know that I need this amount of sugar in my system to be fit. I don't need this amount to be okay.
Okay.
You understand? So when people are being educated on such things, they won't be scared. They can even just walk into pharmacies. Charlie, I want to check if I'm okay. If I'm not okay, I know what to do. You understand? Yeah.
At what point do you check? Do you have to be doing it every day? Like you want to?
Well, you can check it like immediately you wake up from bed. That is the fasting blood sugar. When you are going to bed, to make sure you have an adequate sugar in your system before you sleep. People say, that in Nkiti, that is the hypoglycemia. A common duama, right? That kind of thing. It's hypo. That is hypo.
Hypoglycemia.
Yeah, that means sugar number fail.
Sugar number.
Yeah, so as you are going to sleep, you can check to make sure my sugar level is okay. And then 1 or 2 hours after eating, you can do that as well.
So obviously, if you're watching me, checking your sugar level should be your daily routine.
Everybody
Because
should
I
have a
think how much,
glucometer.
how much does it cost to do a
I think
test
it's 10 to 20 cedis.
to check your ordinary sugar?
Yeah. But you can even get a glucometer at home to be using them.
Ordinary sugar you go check to they go 10 cities. Now, one of the things I also think is that looking at, most of the food that we eat in Ghana,
Okay.
the carbohydrates and all that, they are sugar, inclined foods. How do we also check our intake of such food?
So mostly, we recommend people take vegetables, like bell pepper.
Bell pepper.
What the children when we and then we for the fruits we apple.
Which one? Wait, the bell pepper is it not paposhito or which one?
So as you're cooking, you can just grind it and put it in your meals and all that.
Oh, oh, I see. I
And
see.
for the fruits, you can go in for apples, and then high grains like um, brown bread, wheat bread, and then the brown rice.
Brown rice.
Yes, we have.
Meaning the white rice is sugary or what?
There's a lot of carbohydrates in those ones.
Oh,
Yeah, so you can
okay.
go for the brown ones, and then the brown sugar.
So obviously, what you are trying to say is that as somebody who is ready to check your sugar, or somebody who is having the high blood sugar or whatever, yours is to check the intake of carbohydrate food, because all the food that you are mentioning, they are not carbohydrate foods. Oh, I see.
So you can take in like beets.
It's
You see someone taking bamboo, like 4 balls, 5 balls, at least take one. Like because the bamboo is carbo.
okay.
And the end product as well,
All right.
glucose.
So the guy behind the camera, bro, have you listened to the nurse? They say that 5 balls of bamboo a day is not good. Sometimes you can just eat fufu from morning till evening. Please.
If you want to take 5, it's allowed. But don't take it as a book.
Please,
like
please.
in
I'm
beets.
advising my cameraman. Don't give him a bad advice. Please eat one a day, bro. One a day. Banku is not good for you. You over abuse the food. The fufu you over abuse it. It's too sugary. So from now, eat bitter leaf soup. And they say take vegetable, right? Bitter leaf soup. And sometimes eat small gari and soup.
Carrots, those
He
things.
doesn't like eating salad. He doesn't like salad. He said it's
And
not
then-
a goat.
And then mostly we advise them to see the dietitian.
To
Yes.
manage their
Yes.
diet as
Yes.
well.
And then most of them, you can give them the diet, but they wouldn't work with it.
All right.
So we try to work around their favorite meal.
Oh.
Some of them can't stop. So you would have to work around their meal and how the quantity of the meal they are supposed to take within a particular period and all that.
Okay. So in a Ghanaian context, you know that most of us are always scared when we hear that this person is having this sickness or this illness. Is diabetic or diabetes or whatever you people call it in your jargon language, whatever, is it communicable?
Not at all.
Are you sure?
Not at all.
So if you are having some and I'm here, I will not get some.
Not at all.
If you drink water and I drink,
Not at all.
if you,
Not at all.
are you sure?
Yeah.
Why? Why is it not communicable?
It's not communicable disease because it's runs in the bloodstream.
But HIV is also running in the bloodstream.
Are you not having contact with someone?
So okay, so if like what I'm saying is that, so if I sit with you and you are somebody who is having the diabetes, whatever, and you sweat and my skin touch you like this, I'm not going to get diabetes. Ah. All right. All right. So before we end up, I just want you to give any general advice to our viewers watching on any health issue, especially on diabetes, because it is one of the things that is killing us, especially in an era where there are a lot of sugary drinks. You have a lot of different flavors and all those things there. And they're also telling us that we should not drink akpete. Does akpete contribute to diabetes?
No.
Oh, I need to know.
No.
So as a diabetic person, you need more alcohol, isn't it?
Please.
Don't you? Please, but you need more in the bloodstream to regulate the issue. All right. So any advice for our viewers, please?
Okay, so we should do more of the veggies.
More of the veggies.
Yes.
When you say veggies, are like vegging, I don't
Vegetables.
know. Vegetables.
Yes.
All right. So upon all that you have said, any general advice for our viewers?
Okay, so regular check.
Regular check
Regular
one.
check. You can just go to the hospital. Oh, please, I want to check my sugar and blood glucose. We'll check for you. If there's any advice, we'll give it to you. And then you have to have enough rest. Yes. You have enough rest. Exercise regularly. Eat well. You're good to go.
And you are good to go.
Mm-hmm.
You are good to go. All right.
The
and
diet is very important.
the
diet.
Eat very well.
Yes, a well-balanced meal.
But reduce the intake of carbohydrate food. Reduce. Some of you, I know you are watching, you want to eat 5 balls of mango. Please reduce it. We are begging you. Reduce it. But if you want to eat 1 plate of akplen, you are allowed, right? Akplen, yes, you can eat akplen 5 times a day. Anyhow you want to eat it, it is your own. But make sure you are always on the run. You are always on the lookout for the least thing on your skin. Yeah, hit the gym if it is possible. Don't be like barista and have a pot belly. Okay. All right. So it has been yours truly. This edition, I said I call it You and Your Health, and I was so privileged to have my sister who is actually not just a nurse in white, a nurse that has degree, a nurse that knows what she's about, and a nurse who is also a paramedic, And when we say paramedic, they are nurses that give you people paracetamol, right?
No.
And all that. And then people who give emergency treatment. Understand? They give chloroquine, they give you glycosin and glycosilic and all those ones. So thank you for watching. And like I said from the beginning, I am specially clothed by Glamour Palace. They are dealers in authentic Ghanaian made smoke from the northern part of our country. So if you want some, I want to leave my number. You call me so that I will plug you. Don't go back and buy. Pass through me. Okay, so the number is 055-609-3795. 055-609-3795. This one that I'm wearing, yeah, I bought it almost 2,000 Ghana cedis. But you, if you want to buy, you may get it at 500 to between 500 going. You understand? My chobo no day inside. So if you pass through me, you are going to get it at a cheaper price. Is your son looking for fugu to wear? You are welcome. Your daughter, you are welcome. Your side chick, you are welcome. Your grandmother, your grandfather, anybody that you have that you want him or her to look so good in the smoke, please, you are welcome. And I am out for the day. We meet again.